I hope you're all safe and well at home. We'll be taking a look at product research latest on the marketplace today. I am Ankita Nagraj. I head the customer success team at SellerApp. I've helped various sellers to find the right product to sell on Amazon and launch it successfully. So I will be breaking down the process for you today. In the first half of the webinar, we'll have a look at industry trends, and in the second half, we'll move to the process itself, the process of finding a good product to sell on Amazon. Before I get straight to the main topic of the webinar today, I'd like to introduce SellerApp to you, tell you who we are and what we do. We have two different solutions for Amazon sellers, all types of Amazon sellers. Our first solution is a self-service platform, which is a complete suite of features that helps you in every step of your journey to find the right product to sell on Amazon, launch it, and increase your sales and revenue. So our platform has all the features practically needed to succeed on Amazon. We have product intelligence, market intelligence, reports, we have actionable insights, business alerts, advertising, monitoring, and management and automation. And also we have listings, listing features, keyword features, and much more. And we have excellent support as well to help you understand how to use the platform and also help you with your Amazon business through consultations. And our second solution is managed services for advertising and listing creation. For advertising, we audit your campaigns, we understand your business requirements and goals, short-term and long-term, and we come up with an action plan to achieve that. We have a huge team of PPC specialists who will work on your PPC campaigns and make sure that we are in line with your targets and goals. We'll also send you reports and we'll do a check-in call with you to inform you of the progress of your campaigns. You just have to sit back and relax. And we also provide managed services for listings. We understand your product, we understand your audience, we research keywords and come up with a list of keywords that will give you maximum visibility, and also we will provide you with an ad copy that will definitely drive conversions. So if you need help with your advertising or listings, please do come to us. And if you haven't signed up for our self-service platform, do sign up right away. Just go to SellerApp.com and sign up for a 7-day free trial. We will help you get benefit out of your free trial as well. So make sure you check out SellerApp.com and sign up for a free trial. Okay, so let's look at some of the industry trends. As you know, COVID has impacted all of our lives. It has also changed the dynamics of the marketplace. It has changed the way people shop. So let's look at some of the trends. There's been a significant increase in sales for medical supplies such as gloves, masks, and hand sanitizer. People have also been stocking up essential items such as bread, canned food, and toilet paper. There has been an observable change in the shopping behavior of millennials and Gen Z. 96% of millennials and Gen Z have been affected by pandemic. Their shopping behavior has been affected by pandemic, not themselves. And only 24% of boomers and 34% of Gen X have changed their shopping behavior because of pandemic. So if you are selling a product whose main target audience is millennials and Gen Z, then you'll have to look at how to, generate demand and sell your products still in this time. Okay, and the other industry trends includes increase in demand for essential products. COVID-19 related product searches dominates the market. Grocery sales has been soaring over the rest of the categories across e-commerce platforms. E-commerce advertising spend is predicted to grow by 17%. So that's huge. And also mobile search traffic has been cut nearly by 25% in March. But I guess it has resulted in an increase in the search through laptops and desktop devices. And this is no reason for you not to optimize your listings for mobile view. Do make sure that you still optimize your listings for mobile view. Okay. So health and safety category has seen an increase of 300% in sales, and also people have been stocking up on shelf-stable goods. Mainly milk and alternatives of milk has seen an increase of 300% in dollar growth. Food and beverages sales has also gone up, and people have started buying online and purchasing in stores, method to avoid overcrowding in supermarkets. And other categories such as luxury goods and fashion apparel sales have decreased. Luxury goods, studies project a potential loss of $10 million for luxury goods segment. And also fashion apparel sales have reduced, especially in the offline segment, but not so much on online. But we're still observing a 20% dip in sales month on month for fashion and apparel. So the traffic has gone up by 17%. Page views have also gone up by 24% on an average across categories, but the time per session has reduced by 0.2%. It could be because people are browsing through too many different things, trying to buy really quick. And also transactions has increased by 30%, and conversion rate has increased by 12%. So this is good news for all Amazon sellers. This means that you'll get more traffic and more conversions. What is product research? So this is the main topic for today. Let's understand what is the process, what is product research, what does the process include or involve, and how to find the right product to sell on Amazon. Product research is the process for analyzing market trends and various metrics that decide the market dynamics, and to find the right product that can generate high sales and is still profitable. So that is finding a winning product to sell on Amazon. So the process is just research, analyze, and finalize. You have to research product, analyze different factors that impact potential sales of the product that you want to sell, and then finally understand if it's worth selling the product or not. So the very first step of product research is gathering product ideas. So this can be done in two different ways, manually and by using platforms such as SellerApp. Manually is slightly time consuming and requires a lot more efforts than you would if you used a platform to give you product ideas and also give you metrics with one click. So you can get product ideas through trade shows, you can browse through Amazon, and you can check out bestseller list to find out what products are selling a lot, and also check out seller storefronts, especially of top sellers, to find out what type of products are they selling, why are they so successful, and also subcategories. If you're interested in certain categories, you can check out subcategories and find out what type of products are being sold in these subcategories. You can also check out customers also bought section to get an insight into demand and today's deals, to get an insight into sort of competition, and also understand what products are selling a lot. Pinterest, you can also check out other platforms such as Pinterest, Shopify, AliExpress, and eBay. But you can also use SellerApp, which will cut down your manual efforts and time by half, by giving you all the data that you need in a silver platter. We have multiple features that will help you get different data points. We have product ideas, keyword research, product research, Chrome extension, and you can also access the other set of features that will help you launch and increase your sales and grow your business basically. I will take you through all of the features and the whole process in detail, but before that, you need to know that there are certain categories that are restricted on Amazon, which is pretty hard to ungate. It could be because Amazon wants to take care of the health and welfare of its consumers, or it could be because of licenses and copyrights. It doesn't mean that you can't sell these products, but there are certain regulations that you need to follow. So automotive and power sports, collectible coins, entertainment collectibles, fine art, gift cards, jewelry, music and DVD, major appliances, sports collectibles, streaming media players, video, DVD and Blu-ray, and watches. So these are some of the categories that you need to keep an eye on, to stay away from, basically. So let's look at the actual process for finding products. There are 4 different factors that you need to be aware of. You need to research and analyze in order to determine if it's a good idea to sell the product that you want to sell. So the very first is obviously demand. The product that you want to sell needs to have demand, unless you're Steve Jobs and you can generate demand, right? So the second factor is competition. You need to be aware of the competition that exists in the market. And the third thing is opportunity. So once you assess demand and once you're aware of the competition, you need to understand if there's an opportunity still that lies in the market for you to launch a product that will make sure that you still get sales at the end of the day, beating competition and everything. So opportunity could be in terms of launching a variation of the product that meets the demand that is currently not fulfilled by the existing sellers, or it could be in terms of perceived value. So it could be in terms of launching a premium product, or making the listing make your product look like it's premium, or it could be different. We'll be having a look at opportunity in detail as well, so we'll discuss more on that later. Profitability, finally, which is really important, because after all the research, after all of the hassle that you go through, if the product is not profitable at the end of the day, if you can't make money out of it, then you've literally wasted your time and effort. So you need to calculate all types of costs that you will incur and the final profit that you can make out of every unit of every item that you sell on Amazon. Okay, so let's look at it one by one. As I said, the very first step is for us to get a product idea. So let's go to SellerApp and look at product ideas. So once you sign up on our platform, you can once you sign up on our platform, open your account and you'll find product ideas on the left hand side of the menu. Click on that and you'll find a list of products. So these products have been are in our database, and we are presenting this list of products to you because they're either in a lot of demand, or the products that are on Amazon are making a lot of sales. So there's definitely an opportunity for you to look at, for you to grasp. So the very first category that we have is BSR movers. BSR movers are the products that are selling a lot, that their rank has been improved significantly in the past 24 hours. So that means there has been a sudden spike in sales, and it could indicate demand. It could indicate that the seller is implementing different strategies to increase their demand, so to increase their sales. So either way, it's definitely worth pursuing. And one more thing that I'd like to bring your attention to is the opportunity score. So like I said, there are different factors that you need to look at. You can do this manually, or you can cut down, save your time, and spend it on something more important, and look at the opportunity score for each and every product and see if it's even worth pursuing the idea or not. So our algorithm goes through various metrics that indicate demand, competition, profit margin, expenses, and quality, and it gives a holistic, a weighted average of all of these factors, which will indicate if the opportunity of selling this product is high or not. I would say look at opportunity scores that are medium or high, and figure out if it's worth chasing this product idea. So trending products are the ones that are trending on Amazon right now. They're especially in demand right now. A good example would be masks or gloves and hand sanitizers, of course. Okay, new arrivals are the products that are selling really well again. So BSR movers and new arrivals are the products that are selling really well, and trending and most wished for are the products that are in demand. So these are the products that have been newly launched on Amazon and have been well received. So it could indicate demand, it could indicate ingenuity on behalf of the seller. Maybe they're implementing different strategies to ensure sales. So there's something that's working out pretty well for them, and you can figure out what it is. And most wished for is the category that is again in demand by consumers. These are the list of products that have been added to registries and wish lists. And I am going to pick one product from this list, which is standing desk converter, and we'll take a deep dive into this product and analyze all the factors and all the elements and find out if this would be a good product to sell on Amazon or not. It looks like the opportunity score is medium. It's about 60. So the demand seems to be quite on the lower side. Competition is also slightly on the lower side. Profit margin is pretty good. Expenses, it's quite high. So it means that it must be heavy, or it must incur a lot of expenses in terms of store space, shipping, etc. We'll have to have a look at it. And the quality of the product in general, the average quality of these products might not be really high. This is slightly in the middle, so probably the quality of the products that are being sold on Amazon is quite okay. So we'll have to figure out if we can do better than the rest of the sellers in the market. Okay, let's look at demand. What are the aspects that we have to look at to determine the demand for the product? The first one is market trends. So you can either use, I have opened all of these pages already so that we don't have to waste time loading it. And okay, so you can use our Chrome extension to get all the data points, and you can even export it. You can go to multiple pages. You can also look at sponsored listings, sponsored ads specifically. So you can check out various trends with respect to price, with respect to BSR. Wherever you see blue, you can click on it, and that will show you trends. Or you can track this product, and it will go sit in your account, and you get all the trends in your account. So I can have a look at the BSR trend in here, and I've already tracked this product. So we'll have a look at the other trends. I'd like to show you what you can do. So this is the product. I've already tracked it, and these are the various trends. So let's look at each metric one by one. Price has been fluctuating, but not so much. I'd say it's between $140 and $180. So this for the specific product, you need to understand the trends of multiple products in a niche to understand the demand clearly for products such as standing desk converters. You're not individually looking at any particular seller's product. So price is kind of okay. At least we can also have a look at actually prices. Price comes in the next slide where we're looking at the competition. So we'll have a look at that later on. Okay, and offers. This guy has been giving multiple offers. It looks like he's been giving offers between January and Feb. Maybe that's when he launched the product. So the most important thing that you need to look at, the most important trend that you need to look at to understand demand would be orders and BSR. See, so the orders has been just increasing, steadily increasing. So that's definitely a good sign. Revenue obviously is proportionate to orders. You can get it for the past 2 years, or if the guy has launched the product recently, then you can go up to the time then when he launched. So it's definitely increasing, which is a good thing. Lastly, BSR. So it looks like obviously BSR is again proportionate to the order and revenue. So it looks like the BSR is steadily improving for this product, which is also a good sign. And again, BSR is super important to look at, because I'll show you in a bit. Okay, so this is the BSR, right? BSR indicates how the products are doing compared to the rest of the products in category and subcategory. If you see that the average BSR for a specific niche is relatively low compared to the rest of the products in other niches, then it indicates demand. That indicates demand for this type of product, not for a specific product, but for standing desk converters. And I would say that the BSR seems to be quite okay. Office product is not the most competitive category out there, but it definitely is slightly relatively competitive. So I see most of the sellers BSRs are within 10,000, or actually within 5,000. So it's pretty good. Okay, and also you can look at the sales per day as well. And let's look at. It looks like most of the sellers, at least on page 1, are selling more than 10 units a day. These could be newly launched products, but in general, it seems to be pretty promising. So we'll check it out further. So market trends, again, you can look at BSR and order demand trends, mainly to determine demand. And keyword searches would indicate how many people are actually searching for this specific product. So you can again use our keyword research feature. I've searched for the desk converter, and it looks like about 200,000 people are searching for this product, standing desk converter, which is pretty huge. And the average order per month for this particular keyword, standing desk converter, seems to be about 2,000, which is also pretty good. And the conversion rate is about 1.32%, so that you'll have to compare it with other niches to find out if there is any if this is better than the other niches that you have narrowed down on. So in general, the demand for this type of product, which is standing desk converter, seems pretty good. So we'll move ahead and look at competition. And also, the search volume needs to be significantly high for us to compute or estimate order per month for a specific keyword and the conversion rate. If it's quite low, then you won't find it find these data points. Okay, and finally, market size and daily sales. You can assess the average market size by downloading this report and adding up the sales per day or revenue per day, and get an estimate of sales per day. Actually, get an estimate of how many people can you reach out to, how many units can you possibly sell, and within that, each of these lines indicate market share of that specific seller. Okay. Competition, we have a lot of aspects to look at. We'll start with product. So first of all, you need to look at all the products, at least on page 1. Not all the products, but at least the top products, top 50% of the products on page 1, to find out are there different types of products that are being sold. Is there an opportunity to differentiate your product? Are people looking for a certain thing and are they not finding it? So these are all the questions that you need to ask yourself. So what type of product are being sold? It looks pretty similar to me. If I'm looking at these products, very little scope for differentiation. You can, so that's again an opportunity, because you could go through the reviews of all of these products, and figure out if people are looking for a certain type of product that are, if their demand is not being met. And also, to narrow down on micro niches, you can look at these tags and figure out if there is anything that people are looking at or people are appreciating, like rise and lower, keyboard and mouse, put together, highly recommended, standing desk, easy to use, well made, easy to sit, easy to assemble. So you can look at other products as well and look at the tags to figure out if there is a specific feature of the product that's being mentioned a lot, and you can find out if there's an opportunity for you to seize. Okay, so the second thing that you need to look at is product listing. You can, in general, open up the top sellers listings and see what is the quality of their listing. And in general, if I have to comment, I think most of the listings seem pretty well optimized, to be honest. The titles seem quite good, and although most of the listings look same, they do have high quality images. And let's open up one of the listings and look at it. Quite pretty good images. They have infographics today, yeah, lifestyle images and product detail images, pretty good. And also good enough bullet points. They have variations and A+ content. So you need to look at the quality of the listing to find out if there is an opportunity that lies, that you can grasp and, you know, launch your product with a better listing. But in this case, probably not. Everybody is doing a pretty good job, and the niche seems a little saturated, to be honest. Okay. Brand is a super important topic. We need to look at if there are any big brands that are dominating the niche. So Vivo seems to be a big brand. You can, in order to judge the how big the brand is, you can look at their offline and also online presence. You can go outside of Amazon to check out their website, to see how many platforms are they selling in, and also are they present offline, what are the marketing strategies, etc. And then figure out if they're a big brand and how difficult it is to compete with them. And another very good teller is if the seller is Amazon. So those are the vendor central guys, and it's usually slightly hard to compete with vendor central listings because they are pretty big brands. Vivo seems to be slightly dominating the niche, but if you look at the market structure, it doesn't look like Vivo is it doesn't look like Vivo has monopoly. It's not the only product that's selling really well, and the sales seem to be fairly distributed among all the sellers. So it's not like you launch your product, if you put in enough efforts to make it successful, it doesn't look like you're going to face unfair competition. You'll still have a chance. So that's a good thing. So you'll have to look at the brand and see what the market structure is like. Is it monopoly? Is it oligopoly? And reviews and ratings also indicate demand, also indicate competition really well. So this one has 1,335 ratings and 195 answered. So if you have to look at reviews, you need to make sure that you're not entering a space with high entry barrier. So the entry barrier is usually determined by on Amazon, determined by reviews, ratings, and how big the brand is, how well they're dominating the niche, etc. So reviews is a very important aspect, as you must already know. If you enter a space such as supplements, you might find most of the sellers have huge number of reviews, like 6,000, 10,000, which is really hard to compete with. So it's better to stick to a space with lower number of reviews so that you still stand a chance. So in this case, except for a couple of them, the other sellers seem to be fairly new and they have reviews less than 100, so that's also a good indication. So that's also a good thing. So that means lower competition. Online presence, like I said, you can check out what platforms are they selling on apart from Amazon. Do they have a website? What are their marketing strategies? So marketing strategies again comes under promotions and a little bit of advertising. Okay, since we're talking about marketing strategies, let's look at it. So promotions within Amazon, it is what is the discount of if there is any discount that's running on most of the sellers products, and if they're doing a buy two get one free, or there are multiple types of promotions that are available within Amazon. So you need to account this in the costs, because if you look at the price and say that the average price is only about $151, so I'm going to make this much of profit, but in the end you find out that most of the sellers, like 80% of the sellers are running promotions which will cut into your profit margin, then it won't be a good idea to sell this product or any product for that matter. So that's why it becomes really important for you to be aware of the promotions as well, in order to calculate costs. Okay, and outside of Amazon, you can look at deal sites to figure out if people are running heavy discounts to divert the crowd to their brand, especially. And you can also look at the websites, see what type of marketing strategies do they have, and if you can compete with that. And this can't be done only for one seller. You need to do this for multiple sellers in the niche to get a good idea about the niche and about the competition in the niche. And advertising within Amazon, you can look at how crowded it is. You can look at different spaces that are occupied by advertisements. So it looks like sponsor brands obviously are there, and the whole first row is occupied by sponsored ads. So that's not a very good sign. And it looks like Stan, Steady, X Elite, Pro Standing. That specific seller seems to be bidding fairly high. They have 3 spots on page 1. So that means the CPC is probably high. You can use tools such as SellerApp to get an idea of the CPC rate. Or if you have Amazon account, you can check it out. But it's hard to look at get the suggested, but without having a similar type of product that you're already selling. So you can check out CPC rate to understand how difficult it is to run PPC campaigns, especially on Amazon. To get organic visibility as soon as you launch is fairly really hard. So unless you run advertisements or unless you launch different types of marketing campaigns outside of Amazon, it's almost impossible to get organic visibility. So you need to make sure that you can afford advertisements on Amazon. You need to make sure that you have enough funds to afford the clicks that will eventually convert into sales. Okay, so these are the and one thing that we didn't look at was price structure. So this is to essentially help you understand, are your potential customers price sensitive? If there's a price war going on, then probably it'll look like, and if there is a price war going on, and if the lowest price seller is getting most of the sales, then it will indicate price sensitivity of your customers. You can in general look at the price structure and see what is the range, what is the upper limit and lower limit to price your product. and that will give you enough space to control your profit margin. That's really important. So price again is very important. So these are all the aspects that you have to look at in order to assess competition and opportunity. Okay, so this was something that I was talking about initially when we were discussing different factors. Opportunity basically tells you whether there is a market demand gap or whether there is any factor, anything that can give you a competitive advantage. Which is really important because Amazon is super competitive. If you don't have a clear competitive advantage, then it will be a real struggle. So this can come in different forms. You can either differentiate your product in terms of packaging, positioning. So in terms of packaging, if for most of the other products are, in this case, if people are complaining about how it's if people are complaining about the product breaking, or if people are complaining about the way that it is being delivered, then you can look at how you can package this product. But in other niches where you can package your product like really well to make it look more appealing to your audience, then that's something that you can seize. And also product differentiation itself, if there is a certain thing that people are complaining about. So for example, if customers want a more flexible standing desk converter, or if they want the height to be more, or if they want it to be of a certain material like wood or something else, then that is a thing that you can seize again to make sure that you differentiate your product. So another thing that you can look at would be low competition with high or medium demand. I'm going to close this. Yeah, okay, less distracting. So the other thing that you can look at to understand if you have an opportunity or not would be low competition and with high or medium demand. This again is talking about if there are certain micro niches that you can exploit. So such as if people are looking for wooden standing desk converter, that's a micro niche. So that you can make use of, or that you can enter with lower competition but high or medium demand. Supply chain opportunities. So this talks about if you can source it slightly cheaper than the rest of the sellers, so you can price it lower and get more audience. So that's something that you can look at as well. Or you can price it the same price, but you'll be making more money than the other sellers. So supply chain opportunities, or it could be you could be manufacturing it. It could be anything related to supply chain, which will give you an edge over the rest of the competitors. And lastly, marketing strategy, listing, advertising, multi-channel promotion. Is there a way that you can make the listing look better than the competitors? If you can take advantage of certain advertising strategies that your competitors not. So for example, if you can come up with a great video, then you can place a video ad that many of the sellers might not be doing. So that's an example of utilizing advertising strategy that nobody else is. And lastly, multi-channel promotion. So if most of the competitors are only on Amazon, you can build your own website, build your own customer base outside of Amazon, on Facebook, Instagram, or you can use an influencer to talk about your product that will again get their customer base to follow your product. So these are some of the things that you can think about to give you an edge over your competitors. And lastly, profitability. So this is super important. You need to know what cost you'll incur if you sell the product. So first of all, there is a basic Amazon selling cost. If you have an individual account, then you'll have to pay 99 cents per item, and you can sell only about 40 units per month. But if you're going for professional, and also you need to know that Individual with an individual account, you can't run PPC campaigns, advertising. With professional account, you can pay Amazon $39 per month for about $40 per month, and you'll have to pay additional fees for every unit that you sell to Amazon. It includes referral fees, which can range between which can go from 6 to 45%, and usually averages around 15 to 20%. Variable closing fee: if you're selling media products, then Amazon will charge a variable closing fee of about $1.80 on top of referral fee. And fulfillment: if there are two types of fulfillment of the orders, one is by Amazon, one is by merchant. So if you choose FBA, which gives you a lot of perks over FBM, then Amazon will again charge you for pick, pack, and storing. And finally, cost of goods sold: you'll have to pay your manufacturer for the product to source it, manufacture and source it, and you'll also have to probably ship it from your manufacturer, or pay for freight charges to move the products from manufacturer to Amazon warehouse. So these are all of the different costs that you need to be aware of. And finally, you can use our profit calculator to understand the different costs involved for each of the products. So there you are. So this gives you a very good idea of what is the net margin without product cost, which needs to be entered by you, shipping to Amazon fee, and like I said earlier, you need to know how much advertisement budget is required to establish steady holding in the niche. Right? So you need to know how much you'll have to pay for the clicks to get a certain amount of sales that will give you organic visibility. So once you calculate all of this, you'll have a net margin that you can find out if it's good enough for you or not. Okay, so these were just to recap, you'll have to look at demand, competition, opportunity, and profitability to assess if a product is worthwhile your time, if a product is worth your time and efforts to sell on Amazon. And once you find out that a product has good demand, maybe lower or medium competition that you can actually deal with, there are opportunities in the space for you to grab that will give you a competitive advantage. And finally, if it's profitable, then that's your winning product. Okay, so that's the end of the webinar. One thing I'd like to say before I conclude the webinar would be, future is really bright. Don't lose hope. E-commerce is growing at a blisteringly fast pace. Global e-commerce sales is projected to hit about $4.9 trillion by 2021. And mobile shopping has already revolutionized e-commerce, obviously, but it's predicted that mobile shopping will generate $175 billion revenue by the year end, this year end 2020, and private label selling is expected to have a significant boost in the near future. And B2B is also projected to grow significantly. And lastly, e-commerce automation will play a key role because Amazon is working on AI, artificial intelligence, that's going to support various functions of Amazon, that's going to bring more people onto Amazon. So yes, the future is bright. Don't lose hope. Go find your winning product right now. And thank you so much for joining today's webinar. You can reach out to us at sales@sellerapp.com or reach out to me personally at ankita.nagraj@sellerapp.com. And if you have any topics that you want us to cover in our webinars, we'd be really happy to hear your ideas. And if you have any questions, do leave it in the comment section below or reach out to us at sales@sellerapp.com. Thank you so much for joining today. I will see you again soon. Thank you and goodbye.